Hey everyone, I'm Mrs. Hammock. I'm one of the band directors here at the high school. I teach symphonic band, choir, and guitar.
Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Weaver. I teach the wind ensemble. I also teach music theory, composition, and music appreciation. Well, welcome to our orientation video. We're glad you could be here with us today. We're going to try to keep this as brief and condensed as possible, but we also want to give you a feel for what it's like to be a member of the Southside High School Band. We also want to give you parents an idea of what you can expect from us, from your students, from our booster organization. And we just kind of want to put everybody at ease and give all of our incoming freshmen and 8th grade marchers a sense of what is about to happen. What is this organization like to be a part of? And we want to give you as much information as we can without overloading you. So like I said, we're going to try to keep this brief, but we feel that a big part of being a member of the Pride is knowing about our history, because we are very lucky and very blessed to be a part of an organization that has been an integral part of our community for over 60 years now. Our band was founded in 1958, back when Southside was a K-12 school. And since that time, it has been under a lot of different directors, and it's gone through a tremendous growth and transformation. But we have one of the oldest and most storied band programs in the Southeast. In the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, our program continued to grow along with our school and our community. From the 1980s, 90s, and early 2000s, our program has grown tremendously. When Mr. Hal Murphy became the band director, the program grew in numbers and ability. And it was during that time that we have begun our current stint of 32 years of consecutive superior ratings. And that's at all marching contests and what we call music performance assessment. And 32 years is quite an accomplishment. I began my tenure here in 2013 as the band director at Rainbow Middle School and Southside High School. And I'm very lucky that during that time, the program has continued to grow, and most significantly, we have been able to hire first an additional band director at Rainbow Middle School, and then now we also have an additional second full-time band director at Southside High School. So one of the great pleasures of working here at Southside for me is not only working with our students, who are the best band students anywhere, but it's working with the best team of directors. Miss D and Miss Hammock are fantastic, and we love working here at Southside with the Pride, and we're very interested in your students' achievement and accomplishment. And you're about to become a part of a group that is so much fun and so worthwhile. So hey guys, Ms. Hammock's about to talk to you about the structure of our program. And one thing I want to say though right now is that a lot of times, even band people use this terminology a little bit incorrectly when they think of the term season. But it's important to remember that there's not a band season. The band is a year-round class, it's a year-round activity, and that everybody who's in band is in band. That means that everybody is in one of our 2 concert ensembles, and then everybody is corporately together a part of the marching band. So the Pride is the Pride, and there's really not a season. Although, again, everything that we're going to be talking about right now is a little bit more geared towards marching band and football season.
Now we're going to get into the structure of the Pride. We have many different ensembles and opportunities for the students. We have symphonic band, wind ensemble, marching band, jazz band, and other various chamber ensembles. Remember that everyone in band is in band. It's a year-round commitment. It's one program, so everybody is in marching band. Everybody is in concert band for that full year. The class schedule is set up this way. Symphonic band will meet 6th period. Wind ensemble will meet 7th period. And then 8th period is something that we're very, very lucky to have. This is where all the music students in the high school get together at one time and we get to branch off and do what we need to do. During the fall, auxiliary gets to go and get some extra work with their routines. Percussion will get to branch off and do their stuff. We get to have sectionals. We get to work on all of our stands tunes during that time. So eighth period is important for everybody to be in there for that extra practice. And then during the spring semester and after marching band kind of dies down, we will open up time to have multiple jazz bands. This past year, we were very lucky to have high interest in jazz band, and we got to have 2 jazz bands. And so we'll have that and other small chamber ensembles. And then students will get to work on all state and get to have some one-on-one lessons. So eighth period is a really big time for us, and you are expected to be in eighth period. You have to be in eighth period. So that's your schedule. That's what you have to look forward to. When we get the time, we will split you up into the band, either 6th period or 7th period, depending on the audition that you do for us.
Okay, everybody. So I want to talk to you about the philosophy of the Pride, our mission statement, our goals, our values, why it is that we exist. Ms. Hammock and I are music educators, and we take the education portion of that very seriously. Now, our mission statement has less to do with music than it does with our students, because our mission statement is this. Our purpose as a band program is to help mold our students into responsible young men and women who are productive citizens and who get something worthwhile, life lessons out of being a member of this program. But we believe that the best way to do that is through teaching music. So the musical education is worthwhile for anybody to pursue. The things that you're going to get out of being a member of this organization are going to be life lessons. You're going to have lifelong memories, lifelong friends, and you're going to get lessons that are going to stick with you for life as a member of this program. Our purpose is also, as a band program, is to be musical ambassadors for our community, for our school, for our state, and to promote an education that is worthwhile and enriching and is current within the musical arts.
So Cut Time is the platform that we use to help you guys keep up with financial obligations. By band camp, you will have a Cut Time account, and you will be able to see all of the fees that need to be made or that have already been made. I've seen a couple auxiliary fees come in already, and so when you log into Cut Time at band camp, you're going to see that as paid, and you're good with that. But in Cut Time, you'll be able to also keep up with your fundraisers and what credit you have. Everybody will have a Cut Time account. Incoming freshmen and 8th grade marchers, you will be set up with an account. I will make you an account, and then I will take the email that you put on your registration form. I'll take that email, and you will receive an invitation email to make a username and to make a password. Once you do that, it's very easy to follow. I think you're going to enjoy Cut Time. It's easy to read. It's easy to understand. It'll prompt you to make your username, your password. You'll go in and you'll see all the different obligations you have. Of course, if there is a mistake, if say we charged a horn line member for a dance line uniform, let us know. We can take that off really, really easily. If there's something that's supposed to be on there and we might have missed it, let us know and we can fix it. But the cool thing about this is you can see everything. It's easy to understand, and we can fix anything very, very quickly if something were to be weird. If you've made a payment and you don't see it reflected, in cut time within 2 weeks, you need to let Mr. Weaver and myself know so we can go and double check, make sure that we have everything we need. We receipted it. Nothing has been lost. It was actually turned into us. So just let us know 2 weeks. You don't see it reflected in cut time, we'll go in and we'll fix it.
Okay, so now we want to show you our online resources, our website, really, and how to use that. So what you're going to do is going to go to our homepage, theprideofsouthside.com, and I'm going to show you really quickly some of the features here. First of all, everything that we're going over in this video today and all the information that you're going to need to do after it can be found on the Orientation 2020 tab. It's right off of the homepage, super easy to find. We also have a tab here for auxiliary auditions. It's got our sign-up information, a link to our training videos, very helpful information here. There's an about section where you can see some of the things that we've already gone over today, a description of each of our ensembles and a link to some recordings and past ratings. There's a tab here for the Rainbow Middle School Band. There's also a tab here for the Southside High School Band. You can refer back to this a lot. There are tabs for members. A lot of times we put music up here, all state resources, our blog. Anytime we send out an email or a text message, we always put a link to it on our blog here. So this is a really helpful tool. Let me show it to you real quick. You can see all of our past messages here that we've sent out. You can also see an archive of past years listed by month. So it's a great resource. If you think you've missed something, go back and check the blog. You can also find our official calendar, a link to all our forms, handouts, information about fees. There's also some pictures of the band in the past year. There's a tab for the boosters. Parents, this is for you. Information on how to get set up with the Pride Music Association. There's a link to past minutes of the executive board and the general membership. And then there's two other tabs right here that are very important. Let me show them to you very quickly. Amazon. If you shop online at Amazon at all, please, please, please get to Amazon using this link. This link takes you to Amazon Smile. Every time you make a purchase on Amazon, getting it through this link, then you will be making a very small donation to the band boosters. It doesn't cost anything extra to you, so we encourage you, if you online order at all through Amazon, please, please, please use this link and select the Pride Music Association as your Amazon Smile donation. There's also a link here that says apparel. This will take you to an outside store where you can purchase apparel for the band. This is being updated right now with some even more stuff. And the cool thing about this site is that you order online and it ships directly to your house. The band receives a very small percentage of profit from the order, but this is a really, really cool thing for you to look at. Okay, I'm going to show you the orientation video tab now. So click on Orientation 2020, and there's a couple of things that we need you to do. First of all, when you click up here, it gives you a checklist. What we need you to do right now, you're obviously doing that. Congratulations, you've checked off watching the orientation video. After this video, we need you to please go to the website, come to this tab, and you're going to download the information packet below, sign up for Remind Text, and complete the official Google form band registration. That gets you signed up for band. The letter of intent gave us a lot of information, but this is a separate form, and this is what gets you registered for band. You can check out some of the forms like the calendar, the year at a glance form that are in this packet. Watch out for more info, and then band fees will begin June 5th. So there's a link to this video. Right now it says award ceremony. That's just a placeholder right now. Our orientation packet is here, so I'm going to ask you guys to download that and take a look at it. It's a quick welcome letter from the band directors, quick overview of the financial obligations. Again, all this can be found in the handbook, but here it is as well. Information on how to sign up for Remind. Again, we just want to put some of this important information in as many places as we can let you find it. This year at a glance form is great for parents. Parents, this gives you an idea of basically month per month, what does our year look like? Some of the dates are specific and already set. A lot of them are TBA. Again, right now with the way that the current school year ended, some things are a little bit more uncertain than others. But regardless, this is pretty well month by month what a year looks like in the Southside High School Band. So please check that out. Also have information here about signing up for Remind. Remind, of course, I think you guys are probably familiar with it, but it's a texting service. No additional charge to you other than your normal texting data plan. There are 2 groups. So we need you to sign up according to your grade. So group 1 is for all of our upperclassmen. That's juniors and seniors, their parents and their family members. Whomever is signing up for those students, please use group 1. The way to do that is to send the message at PrideGP1 to the number 81010. If you are an underclassman, 9th grade, 10th grade, freshman, sophomore, or if you're an 8th grade Marcher, you're going to sign up for group 2. Both of these groups receive the exact same text messages. We just have to split everybody up for numbers. Group 2 underclassmen, your message is at PrideGP2 to the number 81010. And then also in that packet is a copy of that checklist. So download that packet and look over it. Also, you can find our handbook. Please go ahead and download this. Keep it for your own records. You can find it on the website at any given time, but you can go through the handbook and look through that information. So once you've done that, please sign up for Remind and then fill out this Google document. This is the official registration link. Again, it has much of the same information as did the letter of intent, but we need you to fill out this form. This is what gets you registered for band. Parents, of utmost importance, it is critical, it is essential that we get a good email and phone number for a parent legal guardian, preferably 2. Whomever is responsible, if there is a child who's in a split family situation, we need information for whomever the child might be staying with at any given time. So please fill that out. And students, we need your student ECBOE email as well. But parents, please put an email here that you check regularly. This is our primary way of contact with you. And email is pretty much the only way that we are able to send financial statements. So please make sure that we get good contact information for you there. And guys, that's about it. So welcome to our website. There it is. You can find this handbook a couple of different places. First of all, you can find this on the orientation tab of our website, which has everything that we're talking about today during this video. You can also find it by going to the website, going to the high school band tab, clicking the drop-down menu, and clicking on membership forms and info, and you can find it there. So this is our handbook for this year. And you can see there it contains a lot of information. Welcome letter. Here's a little bit of history about the program that we've already gone over, our contact information, our mission statement and values. Has the class structure over here that Ms. Hammock went over earlier. So symphonic band meets 6th period, wind ensemble 7th, and then we have everybody during 8th period, which is kind of our flex band. And you'll notice that we do have Google Classroom codes, 3 different codes for 3 different classes. Now, it's important that everybody signs up for this code right now. That gets you into the main Google Classroom that we use to communicate with all the students. You can see our grading policy there. This is what we sent out to everybody back in February or January. And right now, at the time of this video, this is premiering on May 20th, this has not changed. It may between now and camp, and we'll just have to go along with it. Of course, we'll let you all know. But right now, this is our plan. So you notice we have drums and auxiliaries. That's all of our drumline, our percussion, front ensemble, battery, and all of our auxiliary members. That'll be our Crimsonettes and our color guard. They're going to be coming in a few days ahead of everybody else. Mini camp for everybody is July 23rd, 4th, 27th, and 28th. And that's just a 8 to 12. It's a short camp. We'll be learning our pregame show. We'll be teaching everybody how to march and doing all that good stuff. And then we're into our regular full band camp. And you'll notice that there's a weekend break in here. So Wednesday, July 29th, starts the first full day of band camp. And that is 8 in the morning till 5 in the afternoon. You'll notice that during band camp, we feed the students. The Pride Music Association feeds all of our students lunches. We will publish a menu a little bit closer. If you have any food allergies, we'll need to know about that in your registration form. If you don't like what's on the menu, then bring your own lunch that day. That's totally fine. But we do need to know that information so that we don't over purchase food. So you'll see we go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 to 5. Then we have a little weekend break, which we did last year, and it was nice to really have a little bit of a break. Then we come back Monday, August 3rd, and then go Monday, Tuesday, and that's our last day of camp. Now, also on Tuesday the 4th, our last day of camp is a little bit shorter. We'll have our skits, we'll have our shaving cream more, and a picnic. We'll give all more information about that later, but that's a really fun day, and parents, that'll be an opportunity for you to come and interact with the students. So that's our camp schedule. All right, so let's look at our fall marching band rehearsal schedule. So most of the after school time commitments, and by the way, we do try to keep after school commitments to an absolute minimum. It is not as busy as you might think. Now, you are going to be busy, but it's not going to be as bad as you might be afraid of. Really, guys, while football is going on, that is the peak of our after school commitment. And honestly, we only rehearse after school with the marching band until our last marching contest. And after that last contest, we cut it back to just Thursdays. So let me take you through the schedule real quick. So we rehearse after school as a band 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. But now let's look at this. This is a little different. We rehearse 3:15 to 5 p.m. We rehearse right there on the band field that's right outside of the high school. We start at 3:15 to allow our 8th grade marchers time to ride the transfer bus over from RMS. So you've got a little bit of break there, high schoolers from right at the end of school to beginning rehearsal at 3:15. Mondays this year are just auxiliaries and percussion. That's so that they can have a little bit more dedicated one-on-one time with their instructors. Those activities, those sections require a little bit more hands-on one-on-one time. So that's why we've moved to that. Tuesdays, that's everybody, 3:15 to 5. Miss D is going to be at a lot of Tuesday rehearsals helping us teach the visual elements of our show. And Thursdays are a really fun day. Thursdays are night rehearsals, and that's nice because it's much cooler. We get a chance to rehearse on the grass, under the lights, at our field, and on away games, we get to have that night rehearsal in the stadium. So this is a lot of fun. Parents, this is when you can come and watch rehearsal, help give us an audience. It's very helpful for the kids to have an audience before a performance. Those rehearsals are from 6 to 8. And really, we need everybody out there by 5:45. That 15-minute period there is a warm-up for sectionals. Thursday nights are very, very important rehearsals. Of course, we perform at all football games, both home and away, and those are on Fridays. Wednesdays, we leave alone. The only time that we have to do anything on a Wednesday is say we have a Thursday game, like the Hoax Bluff game. We'll have a very brief Wednesday rehearsal. We don't want to mess with Wednesdays because we know a lot of families have church commitments. We don't want to mess with that. You notice that we have 2 marching contests this fall. Those will be on Saturdays. The Mid-South Marching Festival happens every year in Gadsden. The last Saturday in September, that happens to be September 26th this year. And we will do the next Saturday after that. More than likely, we will be going to the Trustful Marching Invitational, but if we don't do that one or something happens, we will pick something else that weekend. So October 10th. After October 10th, guys, we cut it down to just Thursdays. We'll just do Thursday night rehearsals. So hopefully that helps put at ease any fears of we're going to not have any time for a social life, or we're going to be so busy that we're not going to know what to do with ourselves. It's really not that bad, and it's a lot of fun. All right, so here is our varsity football schedule for this year. Again, there is a possibility that this could change. If that does, we will update this information to you. But you can see our schedule here this year has us playing a lot of home games. So this is a good, comfortable schedule for us. All right, let's talk about communication. We communicate primarily through email, but we also have a lot of other forms of communication. The most important thing to get you signed up for right now is our Remind text group. We'll have information on that in just a minute. We send out emails and financial statements through a program called Cut Time. Ms. Hammock is going to be going over that in just a little bit, but it's very important, folks, that we have accurate contact information for everybody. Email addresses, both student and parents. And parents, this needs to be an email that you will check. We promise not to blow you up with unnecessary information, but we do need to be able to reach you. And we ask that you please get in the habit of checking for our weekly emails. Students, I'm also going to put the burden on you. You need to, by this point, you're in high school, you need to also be in the habit of checking our blog, checking our messages, and knowing that information that we send out. All right, so over here we've got our uniform code. I'm not going to read that to you, but it's important to read. It tells you about what we do and do not do in uniform. We take that part very seriously. And I want to draw your attention to this. All right, this is our mantra. Attendance is important. Attendance matters. Rehearsal versus practice. You'll notice that in everything I just said earlier, I didn't say band practice. I said rehearsal. There's a difference in those two words. Rehearsal is what we corporately, collectively do together. Rehearsal is where you learn where your element, your part, how it fits in with everybody else. Practice is what you do as an individual. The good thing about our class schedule is that we have time to allow for both. We have rehearsal, and we also have class scheduled time during 8th period for practice, group practice, individual practice, guided help from the band directors. We're not saying that we expect you to spend all your extra time after school at home on band. That's not what we're saying. But the times that we do have scheduled with everybody, that's rehearsal. That's not your opportunity to learn your part, learn your music, your choreography, whatever. That's rehearsal. So that's a big philosophy thing for us. You'll notice we don't call it practice. As part of that, attendance matters, especially with the marching band. We cannot balance the show visually with holes. If you're not there, it doesn't affect you. It's not a matter of you not knowing your stuff. It's a matter of everybody around you not knowing how to accommodate your absence. That hole in the drill, that makes a big obstacle for your friends, your colleagues, your classmates to have to overcome. So our attendance policy is very important. We are very strict on it, and here's what it is. First of all, we're not saying that you can't miss. It has to be an excused, valid reason. If you're ill, we need to know about it. There needs to be a doctor's note, parent note. If there's a death in the family, God forbid, or a court appearance, something like that, obviously that's an excused absence. But there are also things that are not excused absences. Things that can be avoided, not knowing the schedule ahead of time, planning birthday parties or things like that. Guys, you just need, it is what it is. You see the calendar. When you sign up for band, you're saying, hey, I'm in, I agree to this schedule. And again, we try to keep it as light as possible, but what's on here is really important. So please note that being on time to all rehearsals is very important. If absenteeism becomes an issue, you're jeopardizing your place in the program. So again, very, very important. The main thing is just let us know. Contact Ms. Hammock or I. If something happens, we understand, but we need to know about it. A lot of times we can work with people, with families, but we need to know about it. So if something comes up, just communicate that to us. All right, so we have a little blurb here about membership in the band. You can read that. It's everything that we've said earlier. Our policy on alcohol, drugs, and tobacco. We follow all school policies there. Band being an extracurricular activity, all members are subject to random drug screening. There is a form that we will have to sign. Obviously, we can't do that right now with the social distancing, but as soon as we're able to meet all of us together, that form will be something that we'll need to sign. Medication procedures. There is a medication form as part of the registration packet. We need you to fill that out. It lets us know if your child has any medical issues that we need to know about while we're on a trip. One of our boosters and chaperones is always a registered nurse that accompanies us on all trips. We keep these medical forms locked up. We keep your information safe and secure, but we also need to know your health insurance information. Again, God forbid if something was to happen to somebody, we need to know that health insurance information, that medical history, just in case. Okay, fundraising. Now, fundraising is something that we do not to put a burden on families, but to help alleviate the financial pressure. It costs money to operate this band program. The Southside High School band program is completely 100% self-funded. We do not receive any money from Etowah County Schools or Southside High School. We support ourselves through band fees, the Pride Music Association boosters, and through fundraising. So this is not, again, it's not meant to be a burden on you, but we do several fundraisers a year to offer our families who need financial assistance an opportunity to help pay their band fees. So this is very important that if you are in a financial hardship, that you try to help us out with fundraising. Even if you're not, say you've paid up all your band fees, that's not a problem for your family. That's great. Please try to help us out with this fundraising. Also, if you have any skills, parents, with corporate fundraising, with sponsorships, our boosters need your help. So fundraising is a big part of what we do in the Pride. Again, we're all self-funded. I spoke about membership fees. Let me take you through these really quickly. The baseline fee for everybody to be a member, a year-round member of the Pride, is $300. Now that may seem like a lot, but I was just looking up an orientation video for another band program, a comparable size to our band's, comparable school size. Their band fees were $700 for marching band and $150 for the concert band. So $300 is really not that bad. This is based off of our yearly budget, what it takes to operate a band program of our size and caliber. So $300 is the yearly fee. We need most of that money in the fall. By far, the marching band is the more expensive program. So these membership fees we start collecting over the summer, and that allows us to buy things that we need to get ready for our first performances. There are 4 installments of $75. If you can pay that complete amount and you would like to knock that out now, that's fine. But please don't wait until the spring semester to pay all $300. We need a consistent source of income, especially during the fall. So we ask that if all possible, please try to honor this payment schedule. You'll notice that payments are due the first Friday in every month. One additional fee here, if you are using a school-owned instrument, the $50 rental fee just allows us a little bit of help financially to repair these instruments. Oftentimes, even simple repairs on something like a sousaphone can cost upwards of $100. So that rental fee really helps mitigate some of those costs for us. All right, so that's the band fees. And again, we will do fundraisers. If you have a concern about paying this amount, obviously we know that with the current with the virus and everything going on right now, it's affected a lot of our families financially. We're here to help you. We never want money to become an issue to keep you or your child from enjoying band. All right, so there are a few additional costs here. Let's talk about resale items. Every year there's a little bit of confusion about what a resale item is and who to make checks to. First of all, let me say that you're going to always make payments to Southside High School. You're not going to pay the Booster Club, except for a few things, a very few special circumstances. These fees, though, the things that you purchase, let's talk about resale items. Marching shoes, bibbers, gloves, auxiliary uniforms, anything that you purchase from the band and then keep, that's considered a resale item. Now, this is important to note because when you do fundraisers, however much profit you earn from that fundraiser, say you make $300 off of the Coke sale, then congratulations, you've paid for your band fees. That takes off. If you raise a little bit more, say you make $400 off of our Coke sale, well, then you've got a $100 credit. But say you have that $100 credit and you want to use that to pay your shoes. We can't do that. Under Alabama state law, no funds raised for a public institution may be used to purchase items for private use. This is unfortunately why we can't do a color guard fundraiser, say, to help the girls raise money for their uniforms. It's just not allowed by state law. So anything that you purchase and keep, we can't use fundraising money for. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. If you've got questions, feel free to contact us. We'll be glad to help clear that up for you. You'll notice that marching shoes are $30, bibbers are $50, gloves are $3. We don't have a price yet on our auxiliary uniforms. Usually they clock in at about $150, $180 or so. Obviously, we're trying to find the most affordable options right now. And I will have more info about this later. This past year, our supplier for shoes, bibbers, and gloves went to an online order system where you pay them directly and they ship the items to your house, which was much simpler than paying through the school. So I don't have that information for this year yet. As soon as I receive that information from our rep, I will get that to you. One last thing to talk about here, concert attire. Our concert bands wear formal black attire, and that's consistent all 4 years of high school. So if you can buy it as a freshman, you've got it, you're good to go. Ladies, your dress is $66. Gentlemen, yours is a little bit more expensive, but gentlemen, here's what I love about yours. We actually don't do a tuxedo set. We do a black suit with a vest, bow tie, and a tuxedo shirt. Now, why I like that we do a black suit is because from upstage, you cannot tell that it's not a tuxedo, but up close in person, it looks like a suit because it is a suit, which means that you can wear it for band. And then you can also use it for anything else that you might need. So when you graduate high school, you've already got a black suit in your wardrobe, and hopefully that will help you out. All right, for both of these, you're going to pay Tuxedo Inn directly. Anytime between the beginning of school and November 7th, you can go into Tuxedo Inn, tell them, hey, I'm with the Southside band. They'll know what you need. They'll get you measured, and they will order your stuff. They just need 40% down as a deposit, and then they'll need the remaining 60% when you go to pick it up and to take it away, and then it's yours. Now, gentlemen, the cool thing about you is that Tuxedo Inn will do alterations. They'll do the pant hemming. They'll get everything looking good for you. Ladies, unfortunately, they're not set up to alter dresses, but I have given you the number of Virginia Ingram, who is a very sweet lady here in town, and that's her phone number. Call her, set up an appointment. She's very reasonable. Also, when your bibbers come in, everybody, call Miss Ingram. She'll get them for you. Call her, get her set up, and she'll give you a good price. That was a lot of information, guys. One other thing, and then I'm going to stop talking. How can I make payments? There's a couple of different ways, but you can pay online now. Remember that you're always paying fees to the school, to Southside High School. This is the link right here. You can also find this information on our website. Go to the members tab, click fees, and it'll walk you through. There is a $3 convenience charge. Just make sure that when you do online, you put your child's name and that you put in a memo what you're paying for. You can't just put band. Please put band and then what you're paying for. So say Joey Smith, band, June band fee, or Susie Smith, band, auxiliary uniform payment, whatever it is. Just try to give us as much information as possible. Once we get it and receipt it, we will put that information into cut time. Ms. Hammock will talk to you about that later, and you'll be able to see, oh, I've made this payment. Okay, great. I only owe this much money now. So guys, that is our handbook. I know that's a lot, but hopefully that gives you a lot of information about what to expect.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to your Pride Orientation Nights. I'm the president of the Pride Music Association. My job here is to be the spokesperson of the group, and I also sit on the executive committee in one of the chair seats. So I don't really have an assigned task like the rest of the board members do. I pretty much bounce from place to place to help who needs help when they need help. I may be in the concession stand one night. I may be loading and unloading equipment and doing last minute repairs when we have an instrument or something that's needed for the show breaks. All of my fellow booster members call on me when there's a last minute need, whether that be at one of our games or before a game, before a meeting. But in the end, we're all here to keep the band kids safe and for the betterment of our band program. It takes a lot of volunteers to take care of the needs for 150 band kids. So we ask all of our parents for help every week, 1 week, all year, or all band season, whatever you can do. So please take this opportunity to ask what you can do to help the band this upcoming year. There's no experience necessary, and we will train you for what we need. Thank you.
My name is Morgan Smith, and I am Vice President #1, numero uno, which means I have to pick up the slack from the president, full-time job. But my main responsibility is the concession stand at all the home football games. It is our biggest fundraiser, which means we need a lot of help. Doesn't matter if you've done it before or not, we will train you. Not a big deal. And there's always something that we need you for. Whether it's hot and humid outside or nice and chilled inside. Cold and rainy outside, nice and toasty inside. Now, bribery is not beneath me, so there may be free food and drinks involved. So come on out, help us with the concession stand, and let's promote the pride. Go Panthers.
Hi, I'm THERESA PAYNE. I'm the Vice President over Chaperones and Uniforms. And I am looking forward to a new group of kids and a new season. And we will get through all of this just fine because we are the pride.
It's Diane Barley, and I'm the third Vice President. I'm responsible for special events and fundraising. I'm excited to work with all the students and the parents as well.
Hey everyone, my name is Dorothea. I am the Secretary of the PMA. My job duties are I keep the minutes on all regular and executive meetings. I keep attendance at all meetings and keep a record of all the members in good standing. I also handle all correspondence of the organization, provide all copies of the bylaws to anyone that requests them. And of course, I serve on the executive committee of the PMA. And I am excited about the new upcoming season.
Lynn McGlawn, and I'm the treasurer. I am responsible for the money for our Band Booster organization. Pretty much everything that comes in is received and everything that goes out. And you'll see me at all the events, and I'm also responsible for making sure that we're licensed and insured and keep up with all the records and serve on the executive committee, and then I make sure that all of our books are audited once a year. So basically anything to do with money is in my area. And we're looking forward to the upcoming year. My child will be a senior, and therefore this will be my last year after serving for several years. And I'm looking forward to what lies ahead this year, however it may look. And I want to encourage all of the parents that have children that will be starting in the band, marching band this year, that if you get a chance to serve as a chaperone or in the concession stand, volunteer. Not only is it great to get to know the other parents, but it's really a fun thing to hang out with the kids, to get to know the students that your child is hanging out with, And the music program is something that once the kids get involved in, the other teachers, the other classmates will change, but the band that goes through all of their years, and it's just really neat to be a part of that organization. And if you get a chance to take a band trip with the kids, don't miss it. And so we just welcome all the new ones coming in, and to all the veterans, we will just continue to serve together, and it'll be good. Thank you.
Tim Reed. I'm the parliamentarian for the PMA, which means that I make sure every meeting is run by Robert's Rules of Order.
Thanks everybody for joining us this evening, this afternoon. We hope to see all of you next year, next school year, and we look forward to a wonderful marching season. And we are one big family, and we have a lot of fun at all of our games and our trips and all the things we do with the band. Look forward to seeing everybody this coming season. Thank you.
The last thing to mention is our next meeting, the next time that we can meet as a whole and see each other. Unless something changes, that meeting time date will be Tuesday, July 16th at 6 o'clock in the auditorium. Again, that's if everything stays as planned and nothing changes. This is going to be our pre-band camp meeting. At this meeting, we're going to talk a little bit about band camp and the procedures and what we do and what to be prepared for. That's when we're going to get your t-shirts handed out to you, and it's also where you're going to sign your drug forms. It's very important that you're here. In order for you to sign the drug forms, it has to be in front of an Etowah County employee. The student and the guardian parent has to be there. All of us have to be there at the same time. So Tuesday, July 16th at 6 o'clock is when our meeting in person is going to be to get all of this stuff done. And we really look forward to seeing you guys, and we miss you. And we hope you're doing well.
So thank you guys for being here today. We know this has been a long video, and we hope that you will go back and rewatch portions of it to answer questions that you might have. But let me just say how excited we are to get everybody together again for the first time, whenever that is able to happen. We are very much looking forward to next year. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're very excited to meet you. And this is an amazing, amazing activity. Band and music in and of themselves are just a phenomenal thing to be a part of. But moreover, we're excited that you guys are coming here to be at Southside, because it is great to be a Panther, and even more so to be a member of the Pride. So we are excited to get to meet you in person. If there are ever any questions that you might have, please feel free to contact either Ms. Hammock or myself. You've got our contact information, so we're looking forward to getting going. Go Panthers and go Pride.
Bye, guys.